Hey friends, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you are here with me today down on the farm in my kitchen. I couldn't be any more excited. If you're new here, I'd love to say welcome. Thank you for joining us. And if you're back, welcome back. Thank you. Now would be a great time to hit subscribe and hit that bell notification. I upload videos mainly on cooking, sometimes farming, sometimes day in the life of, sometimes ministry, sometimes clothing. You never know what you're going to get here. You're always surprised, and there's lots of bloopers. You get a good laugh when you watch because I make lots of bloopers. So anyway, stay tuned. Today we're making something fun, a great summertime dessert, light, refreshing, and a little bit fancy, but on the easy side. So stay tuned. We're making strawberry cream meringues.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air, yeah, the countryside.
Okay, so guys, if you hear the dishwasher behind me, I'm sorry. I'm having to get stuff done. It's been a crazy week. If you don't know about our crazy week, then watch some of my latest videos. You'll find out it's been a crazy week. So my dishwasher's running. I've got dishes stacked up. It's just a crazy day. But let me tell you, it is beautiful here in North Carolina. The high is supposed to be 80. I've got my windows up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. So I'm going to go grab my apron. I'm going to get the supplies out that we're going to need just to get started. I'm going to get the oven preheating, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay guys, the video you're about to see, I gave some actual wrong instructions. So be sure to read the description down below. I said we bake it for 2 hours and let it sit in a cool oven for an hour. Actually, it was you bake it for an hour and let it sit in the oven for an hour. So a total of 2 hours, not 3. So be sure to read the description. I say the wrong thing. I told you you'd get bloopers on this channel. And it's a pretty big one. Anyway, also, I wanted to tell you about Perfect Keto sale that they've got going on. This is how I get my collagen. They have a great flash sale. So be sure to go check that out. I will link it down below in my description. I have a link you can use. But this is the best way, low carb way to get my collagen in. And you might want to go check them out. They're having a huge summer flash sale. So be sure to go down there and check them out. So now let's get to the video. All right, to start with, I'm just going to crack and use 6 egg whites. So we're going to get started here. I'll turn the camera down. Somebody asked me if there was a place I could put my camera where you could see me and the food. And the way I'm set up, it's just kind of hard. I may try a different area a little bit later, but we'll just kind of go with this for now. So I'm going to put my egg whites in my mixing bowl and my yellows in this little kitty bowl. This was actually Isaac's bowl when he was a little boy. And so, of course, Judah and Levi use it now. But I think it's so sweet that I still have it. Today's the day. We sold chickens the other day. And today's the day we find out if we did good. If our weights and our feed conversion was good. So we're anxiously awaiting the phone calls. So we only want to keep the egg whites. And we're going to use 6 of them. Okay guys, I'm gonna do the other 3. I'll bring you right back. Okay guys, look who's behind me. He's doing some work.
Hey everybody.
Alright guys, I got my oven preheating to 250. And so we're gonna get these meringues started. We're just gonna, I turn them on slow to start with and then just gently move them upward. Once it begins to get a slightly frothy, we're going to add a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. I'll bring you back when it's time to add the cream of tartar. Alright, I'm going to add in a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Alright, I'm going to turn it up and we're just going to let it turn into a meringue. And once it gets a little thicker, we'll start adding in the sugar. Okay, I have a cup and a half of powdered sugar here that I am just gently adding in, a tablespoon at a time. We'll take a break in just a minute and scrape the sides down. Oops, I spilled some. I'm going to scrape the sides and then we'll turn it on high. We want to form stiff peaks and we want to be sure to get it all the way to stiff peaks. This is not a time to be to underdo it. We want to be sure we're doing it well and getting it to good stiff peaks. All right. Let's get this back down. Lock it in place and we're turning it on high. Okay guys, here is our stiff peaks. You can see it's good and stiff. So what I'm going to do is I have a cookie sheet here with some parchment paper. We're going to bring this over. I'm going to take an ice cream scoop. I mean, you can just take a measuring cup or whatever, but I'm going to take a ice cream scoop. See if this works. And you want to flatten it down just a little bit. I'll come back and flatten these down. I don't know if the ice cream scoop's gonna work. Let's see here. It'll work because I want it pre-measured with this amount, but I'll use this little gadget to get it out with. Doing that left-handed, that's kind of odd. Alright, so I'm going to do this on several cookie sheets and get this many out, and then well, hang on, let me just show you from here. Alright, so I just want to kind of flatten them, not a lot, but just and you kind of want to make them about the same size and about the same width. We'll see. And you can actually swirl it and make it pretty. I'm not so much worried about it being pretty as I want them to be the same basic size. because we're actually going to top these. I think what would be pretty is if we gave the tops some peaks. Let's give the tops some peaks, because the flat side will be the bottom. Okay, I'm going to finish doing this on some other cookie sheets. Like I said, my oven is preheating to 225 or maybe 250. I think mine starts at 250, but I did it just a little shy. All right, so let me finish getting these out. I'll bring you back in just a second. Okay, everybody, I got a total of 12 about 3-inch meringues here. So I've got my oven set on convection, and I'm going to put both of these in at the same time. They're going to go in a 250-degree oven for 2 hours. Then I'm just going to cut the oven off and let them stay in another hour. So we are going in. Alexa, set timer for 2 hours.
2 hours, starting now.
Now, how many of y'all's Alexas just went off? So, anyway, 2 hours, and we will be back. Well, we won't be back for another. You'll be back in just a second. I'll be back in 3 hours, because I'm going to let it go for 2 hours, cut my oven off, let it sit for 2 hours. However, I will bring you back before then as we make the topping for these meringues. It's going to be so good, so light, so refreshing. It's going to be wonderful. A great summertime dessert. Yes, you got to make it a little bit ahead of time. You got to do some thought, but it's so easy. Making that meringue was as easy as pie. So, I mean, easier than pie. Easier than pie. So, I'm going to clean up. I got to start thinking about supper, which I'm going to film, and that'll be another video for you guys. So, yeah, this day's going great. Got some cleaning to do, catching up from the weekend, and wait to hear how we did on selling our chickens. So, okay, guys, we'll see you back in a little bit. All right, y'all, here's our meringues. I had misread the instructions, and I left them in a little bit longer. Thank goodness I caught it before I left them in for 2 hours. We actually you bake them for 1 hour, cut the oven off, and leave them in for an hour. So there's 2 hours total, and I originally was going to do 3 hours. Thank goodness I caught it before I baked them for 2 hours. But they are absolutely beautiful. I've eaten one, so you can see that one is missing, and it is delicious. So now on to the topping. Okay, so let's finish up here and get this going. We're going to start with some whipped cream. We're going to make homemade whipped cream. It's going to be delicious. I normally put vanilla flavoring in it, but I'm not going to this time, because we want the strawberry flavor to get, to be the star of the show. So I'm going in with 2 cups of heavy cream. And we're just going to start to whisk, just like we did those egg whites. You want to turn it up slowly because it is liquid and it will splatter. I'm going to slowly add in some powdered sugar. Sorry guys, I had a phone call. Alright, so we're going in with about 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. right, we're just gonna beat this till it becomes thick like whipped cream. All right, look at there. I think I can beat it just a little bit longer, and we're almost there. So we're gonna go just a little bit longer. All right. Yum. Okay, so to this, I have about 2 cups here of chopped up strawberries. And we're just going to fold those strawberries right in. I'm going to remove this and just fold it in with a spatula. This is going to be so good. All right. Now we're going to take one of our meringues here. And top it with this beautiful stuff. Give me just a minute, we're not done. I kept the strawberry out and topped it with that. Isn't that beautiful? Let me get a picture, and guess who I've got to taste test? Hang on, let me grab a picture. Okay, I have to stand on a stool when I'm beside him too, so here we go.
Is this homemade whipped cream?
Homemade meringue, homemade whipped cream, homemade everything, and well, I didn't make the strawberries, but you know. Oh look, here comes Bryant. He gets to taste test too. That's good. Come here.
All right, what is it? What is it?
Homemade toast baked meringues with homemade whipped cream and strawberries.
Let's back this up a little bit. Hey, big girl, back it up. Here we go. All right, here we go. That's restaurant good.
Restaurant good.
That right there is on point. Man, it's so fluffy. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Sliced strawberries on it, or what
I
is it?
chopped them up. I just diced them up.
I mean, no.
Let me have a bite.
The meringue is just so airy. It's so airy. What do you think?
I'm good.
What's that called?
Strawberry meringues? I don't know.
Right, there's so much in that there's so much you could do with the meringue part. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
You could top it with so much stuff.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many options with that.
Like a cream cheese icing type thing would be good.
Now it's sweetened too, right? The meringue thing. Okay.
But as you saw that I put in powdered sugar and everything. But what I didn't share with you is it was Swerve powdered sugar. Now this works perfectly with powdered sugar, but guys, this is guilt-free. Isaac and Bryant, totally guilt-free right here. Guilt. There's no carbs. Well, a little bit of strawberry. But I'm going to enjoy this. So, there you have it, y'all. Here is your, it's falling over, a fancy little dessert that is so easy to whip up. It's like, takes no time at all. So I hope you enjoy this. It's delicious. You don't, I mean, it's delicious. Make it with real powdered sugar, Swerve powdered sugar, whatever you want to make it with, but make it because this is good. Great summertime dessert. Thank you guys for watching The Farm and Pastor's Wife. I appreciate you all. And remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Bye, y'all.